Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Stacking Perpetrator here. I was going to bring out the box and do a what's in the box, but I've had these laid out and had some Halloween decorations out on the table. And I don't know if you've seen my last comic book video, but I had this sitting on the set. This is my big lance jar. Pretty sizable piece. I mean, there's my hand. Got a good label on the front. Got a good label on the other side. It does have a metal lid. A couple of rust spots and a little fish special ding rim right there. There's another ding rim. But overall, it's not in bad shape. Lance. The story behind this, I used to do real estate HVAC, heating and air inspections for real estate closings. And I was on a job, and the homeowners asked me when I went under the house to check the portion of the system that was in the crawl space under the house, if I would clean out any debris and whatever junk was on there, if I'd clean it out. I think it took about an hour to do that. They said just throw everything away. This was part of it. Obviously, I didn't throw that away. I was surprised the lettering being under a house. I'm surprised the lettering stayed as good as it did, and the lid, with the humidity we have, I'm surprised the lid didn't rust away. But I brought that baby home, took care in cleaning it up. We use this on a daily basis, or it's probably going on 8-9 years now that I've had this. It's had bagels in it. It's had peanuts still in the shell. I just get a bag of them, pop the lid, pour them all in there, and then I would just pull a handful out every now and again. Now it currently either dog biscuits or dog treats are in it, and I use it every day. So that is one of my favorite pieces that I have found over the years. And so now that I've showed you that, let's take a look at these coins here. I was going to do separate videos, but I'm just going to do these 3 in 1. My LCS got 2 collections of coins in, and unfortunately they sent them all off to NGC, and what they got back was about, what is it, 3, 6, 9, 12, 24, 36, almost 45 coins that they sent off and got back, and all but about 6 showed up with details. So we're going to start with this one. Let's see, how do I want to do this? I'll do this way here. This one, 1880 Carson City. It is only a very fine 25, but it was priced right, and I thought it was just worthy of picking up, even it being a lower grade. It is a straight grade. I don't know if I can't remember if I checked for a small VAM or not on this one. This one may not be one of the VAMs. I don't think there's that many VAMs for there's only 3 popular ones from the 80cc. And they are and the reason they sent them to NGC is because NGC has a faster turnaround time. And so they had a 93cc, which I'd like to upgrade mine, and that was one they sent off, and it came back, and it wasn't real high, but man, that somebody had it came back clean. I don't even know why they sent it off, to get, other than I guess to get it verified, and it had been harshly cleaned. So I need to upgrade for my main collection on the 93cc, but that wasn't, when I saw it, I was like, no, that's not even an option. But this one, straight grade, 1880cc, very fine 25. Yeah, you can see the double C's down there. Not a bad looking coin. So happy to add that to part of the collection. Then I got this 78 Carson City straight grade MS61. I got this more because of, I mean, I already have one in my collection, but I got this one because of the toning. You probably, let's see if I can get it. You can see the orange and yellows and blues when you turn it in the light down here. It's got those nice colors. I'll look at the reverse. This is more edge toning around all the letters. Just a very eye-appealing coin. It has a lot of chatter. Imagine why it went all the way to 61. It does have a lot of chatter on the cheek. She was abused. Probably got bumped around in the bank bag. There's a couple of marks just above the eagle's beak there. But some chatter over here in the field between the wings and the leaves. But overall, wasn't a bad coin. Like I said, I got it because of the toning and the eye appeal with the toning. I looked this one up, VAM search. It is a VAM 9, no added value. It's got diphile lines on the reverse. So let me fire up the scope and I'll show you those. I positively ID'd this with the pictures on VAM World. And hopefully I can get those. One of the distinctive marks is it has to do with the diphile lines. Let me get it out of the bag. Get it out of this envelope. Hang on, give me just a second here. Okay, we'll slide her back under. One of the key identifiers for the VAM 9 is, you can see it right here, it's a die gouge that runs from this leaf tip. It runs across just under this leaf tip all the way over to the O and 1, and it runs through. That's one of the markers. And then it's an exact match for, let's see if I can, let me back this thing up a little bit. I may have to put the loop on these because they are so fine, it's ridiculous. There's a couple right there. You got some die gouges running right there, or diphile lines running that way and this way. And I'm trying to think of where the rest of them are. Either I'm just not getting them to show up. There's a bunch of them in here. Let me move this out of the way. We'll get the loop out. Let's see if we can get a good look on it. Get those things to show. They're so fine, and I still may not be able to get them to show. I can see it. I can see the lines. It looks kind of like a triangle Looks like a triangle right here, over, down, and back up. And then there's a couple others. It's hard to get some of this stuff. Let me try with the scope again. So I had them. I can see it real good when I'm looking through my loop. But it's different when you're trying to go through the camera and then use a scope. So, too close. And they are very faint. But they are, I mean, once you get focused in and see them, you just see if I can get some of them. Where were those other ones? Yeah, I may not be able to get, but I'll leave a link to the actual page for this coin, and then you can see where the lines are through their pictures. I'll move that out of the way again, and then because I'll need it for this one too, and I'll just go ahead and get it out of the package or out of my protective sleeve. Do that before I show it to you. I know what you're gonna say. You got a details clean coin. It's another 1878 cc. Very fine details. Let's take a look. Somebody had to clean it. They had to mess it up. Show you the back side. The cool thing about this, even very fine details, this gets a pretty good price increase once I get the VAM now that I've identified it and I get the VAM designation on it. This will get a pretty good, even at fine 15 on PCGS's website. This is pretty pricey coin, even though it's very fine details. If I sold it for fine 15 prices, it's still a good purchase. This is the VAM 6. It is in the top 100. The reason it's in the top 100, this is one of the key 1878s. As far as the CC, it has the double leaves right there. That's one of the, this one here is a double. You move over here, you can see where it's the outline. You can see where it's doubled down through there, but it's really pronounced right here. There's a little more of it right there, and there's a little bit there. You have to keep in mind this is a clean coin, and it was a circulated coin too. There is some doubling on this poppy right here. And then one of the key features to identify this one, keep in mind this is a worn coin, so, but it has the die gouge or die file line right here. It actually runs through this way, but there are remnants of it still left, even though it is a worn coin. It runs through. So that's like because there's a couple versions of this of the doubling of these poppy leaves. But you can clearly see this is your main one here, and then this is where it doubled, and then same here. Here's the main outline of it right here, and then this line is where it doubled. Same over here. Here's the main line, and then right in here is where it doubled. So you can clearly see that. And then this this die gouge right here is a positive identifier. And then one of the other key points to identify this is the CCs themselves, because there's three different doubling. There's 3 different VAMs for the doubling of the leaves on the obverse. But what, not only does that die gouge make it a 6, but this is a wide gap on the CCs, and this CC, or this C, the one on the right, is actually punched in over top of the leaf here. So this also is a key marker that this is the VAM 6. So it was a very nice find. It's a shame somebody cleaned it. I don't have one of these. This is one I may, when I do submissions to PCGS, I may send this over for a crossover and then have the VAM 6 top 100 attribute added to it. Even though it is a VF details, still a pretty nice looking coin. And then another thing I was on while I was in PCGS, the listing for the VAM 6, there's only PCGS, and I don't know about NGC because I find their website a little hard to work around and really get to the bones of the information and stuff. But on PCGS, there's only 161 that are graded with the attribution VAM 6 top 100. So if I get this one crossed over, it would make it 162. So, and this is just one that my LCS wasn't paying attention, and they didn't send it in. They didn't ask for the attribution. So another top 100 VAM find for me. So anyways, let me know your thoughts down below. Which one did you like the best? You like the 80cc at a very fine 25? You like the 78cc with a nice toning at a MS61? Or did you like this this top 100 VAM 6 find with the double poppy leaves, 1878cc? The only problem is the detail's clean, but it's still a pretty sharp looking coin. So anyways, let me know your thoughts down below, and I will see you on another video.